Good evening.
Hey, this looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday night tacos.
I was gonna say, I was trying to like come up with a rhyme then, but
It's not Taco Tuesday.
it's not
is
Taco
it?
Tuesday.
Definitely not Taco Tuesday.
Taco Friday.
Taco Friday. This is gonna go boof. Ready? Oh, it didn't.
Oh, that was a letdown.
Very anticlimactic.
So you're making us tacos?
Making tacos because I have these steaks here, which are left over from a shoot today. So we're gonna make carne asada tacos. They're not really carne asada. Carne asada, you marinate. It's gonna usually served on the streets, chopped up.
Right.
But you marinate the beef first and like orange juice, red wine vinegar, oregano. Yeah, and then you'll flash fry it and then chop it up. These are just grilled steaks. I haven't marinated them.
Right.
But we're gonna make a salsa roja, apart from I don't have any red jalapenos. I don't even think you can get red jalapenos.
What are these? Little capsicums.
Oh, these are like sweet peppers.
Oh, okay.
Some tomatoes, and we'll make some pico de gallo.
Yum.
Some street taco style. These are corn ones. I don't think that I've said this, sorry, these are flour tortillas, they're not corn. I don't think that the corn tortillas that we get are very good in Australia.
I don't think they're as tasty as the flour ones.
Oh,
But these, like,
that's
from the ones
debatable.
that we've had here.
Do you think the flour are more tasty or the corn
Here.
in Australia? Do you think the flour are more tasty?
Yeah.
I think they hold together better too. But the ones you can get in the States and in Mexico, I've never been to Mexico, but I've eaten tacos in the States. A fair bit.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're a lot better, the corn ones. The corn ones we get here, no good. If I make them, they're good, but this is easy meal. This isn't hard meal.
I think it's a good meal for a Friday.
Good meal.
Well, tacos are fun. I always look forward to eating tacos.
Who doesn't love
Delicious.
Who doesn't love a taco?
And are they a relatively quick thing that you can throw together on a Friday?
Yeah, yeah, and you can kind of go as hard or as soft as you want. You could just do pico de gallo, honestly. Just like grill some steak, pico de gallo, some like just hot sauce, just chichula, chopped up.
Nice.
I thought I'd go the extra mile for you tonight
You're gonna make something.
and make some salsa.
For me or for the viewers?
For you, babe.
Ah, that's nice. That's so nice.
What are you drinking?
Well, you said we were having, I didn't know what type, but you just said we were having beef tacos. So beef, so I did go a red, but I have gone slightly, I guess we can say fun red.
Fun red.
Well, the description of it is spicy, bright, and enlivened. So have had this one before. This is Truffle Hound by Unico Zelo. Unico Zelo is based out in South Australia, but they make or they buy grapes from around different places in South Australia, or they have vineyards. I don't know if they have their own vineyards or whether they just buy the grapes, but all of their wines are Italian grape varieties that are grown in South Australia, and then they do these really cool blends. So it's sort of done in, I guess, an Australian style Italian wines. So this one is Barbera, Sangiovese, Nebbiolo, and Merlot. So good little blend. I thought it would work well with the tacos because it's still gonna be a little bit light and fresh for a red, but it's still with that Nebbiolo, some really good nice tannins to go along with the beef. And one thing I like, their wines are really good. I would say they're really good value for money. If you're looking for something that you just want to quickly pick up and drink by yourself, or pick up a couple of bottles and share with some friends, their wines usually are generally between, I think, the $20 to $30 range, which I think is sort of good value for, a weekend wine. This bottle here is $25. And they're usually young wines. This is 2022. They're just really easy to drink, nice wines, have something interesting going on. Yeah, I've had a few of their wines. I had an amber of theirs the other day. It was really tasty. I think Truffle Hound is actually one of their most popular ones. Yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. Less talking, more opening.
Fun one, eh?
Yeah, I like a fun wine. I haven't had this one in actually a few years. When I worked at Market Wine Store, I think this is one of the ones that I would just like, at the end of the shift, like, oh, I just need to take a bottle home. This is one that I would pick up.
Okay, so the salsa, real simple, hot cast iron pan, no oil. Nothing's kind of perfectly chopped. We're just getting in there and we just want color. We want to get good char. I think there's a couple of ways you can do salsas like this. You can, I think Mexicans kind of do like a boiled version where they kind of just blanch it in water and then they blend it. Or they kind of do it like this where they char it. I'm probably more a fan of the charred version. And there should be enough liquid in the tomatoes for it to all blend up nicely. But we'll see how it turns out. I might need to add a little bit of vinegar or some lime juice for some acid.
What's popping?
The seeds from the peppers. Yeah. How's your wine?
It's delicious. It's, I'd say like medium bodied, but like still really juicy and still got a bit going on there, a bit of grip. So good little food wine.
Cute.
Yeah, it's nice. It's lovely.
How's your week, Katelyn?
It's a good week.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. It was a great week. I can't remember Monday and Tuesday what we were doing. Oh, was Monday a public holiday?
Monday's a public holiday.
Yeah.
But we just worked all day.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. No, you.
I
you
went
were.
to Brizzy.
Yeah, I worked all day.
It was my mum's birthday on Monday. So given that my older sister lives in Melbourne, I'm gonna call them out. Older sister lives in Melbourne, my younger sister was away camping. So I filled in for the daughters and took my mum to Brisbane for lunch and some shopping for her birthday. So I'm a good daughter. That was my Monday. And yeah, then we did some work and we went to Beef Week.
Beef Week,
mate. Beef Week. So Beef Week's an event which is in Rockhampton in Queensland. It happens every 3 years, did you say?
Yep.
And it's a lot of, it's
an industry.
It's a beef industry event.
Yeah.
So lots of industry seminars and panels. It's like a festival. So you have lots of food going on, different stalls, different shows. There was cattle for sale, lots of cows.
Lots of cows, lots of cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Lots of
cowboys.
Lots of cowboys and cowgirls.
In their uniform, which I appreciate. It's R.M. Williams boots, a good pair of blue jeans.
Check shirt.
Check shirt or flannel shirt. And then a Kubra. Like, yeah. No, it was a really good event. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Just met some really great people. Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, I did a dinner there on the Wednesday night with Hayden Quinn, who, if you're not from Australia, you might not know. He was a MasterChef contestant a long time ago. And now he has a TV show here. I don't know what channel it's on. Sorry, Hayden. About eating around Australia and traveling Australia. So we did a dinner with him on Wednesday, and then I talked on a panel yesterday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we came home.
It was a quick trip. It was good. The dinner was great. Ate a lot of beef. The beef katsu sando as the starter was delicious. It was all really good, but that just set the scene. Yeah.
It's a very meaty event.
I definitely ate way too much beef.
And then we're having beef tonight.
Yeah.
I filmed at the test kitchen today. That's why we're eating more meat.
More beef.
More beef.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
So what did you learn at Beef Week, Katelyn?
Oh, what did I learn at Beef Week?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be at Beef Week, but...
It wasn't at Beef Week, but my thing of what I learned this week was actually from someone in the comments of last week's video. I need to write it down because I was like, I haven't memorized it yet. I just didn't want to get it wrong. So it was from Johnny in the comments who actually said, fun fact about Canada, 80% of the population live in the lower 15% of the country because north of that is too cold in winter. So I'd like to give you a fun fact back that for Australia, about 85% of our population actually lives within 50 kilometres of the coastline. Same thing. We're the opposite. The centre of our country is so bloody hot and basically desert. So it's really hard to, it's uninhabited, a lot of part of Australia. So we all just stretch ourselves along that coastline. And then I think majority of our population is in Sydney, and Melbourne being the second biggest, I think.
Yeah, the majority of the population lives between Brisbane, which we are just above Brisbane,
Yeah.
on the east coast, to Melbourne. Well, to Adelaide, I guess, which is a bit further. Like you go Brisbane, like Byron Bay, or Brisbane, yeah, Gold Coast straight out, and then like Byron Bay, then you go down to like Newcastle, Sydney, and then Sydney, I'm missing a lot of towns obviously, comes around to Melbourne, then it goes around to South Australia to Adelaide.
Yeah.
All the people from like regional, the coastline, like, you forgot about my town.
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah. Orange has good wines.
Yeah, Merimbula, good oysters.
What did you learn?
Ooh.
What did you learn at Beef Week? Surely you learned something.
Beef Week. I think I learnt that the industries, I had an inkling. I've worked closely, obviously, with Kilcoy, but I haven't had an inkling that the industry is big, but it's big, you know. And I think you also forget how big some of these stations are. We met one family who were lovely, and the son was a fan, and they came to the dinner.
They were from WA.
From WA, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just like a small family station." You know, it was like 500,000 acres that they.
Tiny.
They're tiny.
It's so impressive.
Yeah, super
to work
impressive.
that land. Yeah.
But interesting that you know that the mother, whose name I've forgotten, apologies, she was saying it's like quantity over quality. So I think that part of WA, the land, it's so hot and dry that you can't run lots of cattle on it.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough feed. So you know that's
Quantity over quality.
yeah. So the land's not super fertile like you would find in like Victoria.
Right. Okay.
So they need way more land.
More land.
Yeah,
Yeah. The better for the cows.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess it has a whole set of challenges around that then, right? Because you're like, I'm just going to go fix that fence, and then they're gone for 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't think people fathom how big 500,000 acres is.
No.
It's just massive.
A lot of land.
Massive. So, pico de gallo.
Yeah. What have you done here?
It's literally diced white onion. It has to be white onion, not red onion, not yellow onion, not sweet onion. Diced white onion. Diced Roma tomato or plum tomato. Coriander, lime juice, and salt. Now, you can also put jalapeno on this. This is very, very common. I'm not going to stress tonight because I only had those 2 jalapenos, and they were, you know, at the edge of their life. I kind of want to eat them cooked, not raw. So that's it. So normally I put some diced jalapeno in there as well. Salt, lots of lime juice. Bosh. Bosh. As that guy says.
Someone said you really shouldn't try to do an English accent anymore.
Yeah, right.
Because you just sound
English.
Cornish.
Cornish. Oh no, I messed up my. I think we were drinking cider, and I was like, I said, "Oh, cider's from Wales," and someone's like, "It's not from Wales. It's from the West Country."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's UK.
It's English, but from I think the West Country. I probably got that wrong again.
But they drink it all over UK.
Yeah. But it comes from like.
No. Someone was.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Just
stop.
stop. I'm English.
Cornish
I've got
or
an,
like,
I'm English.
can't
I've got
make
an
sense
English
something.
passport. I can.
He did live in London.
lived
You lived
there.
in London for 7 years. So it kind of has this
And
blend of an accent between New Zealand, Kiwi, British, and Australian.
Whew. Spicy. Good char on that. Into a blender. Blend. I also put 3 garlic cloves in there, but I didn't take the skin off on purpose. But we do want to take the skin off now before we char it, and it should just come off.
Oh.
Done.
Nice.
Done.
Do you know when you said that we were doing tacos, do you know what it made me think of? Do you remember
La
that?
Pizzeria.
No, it was a joke that went around YouTube many years ago. This girl came home, she was quite drunk, and she told her boyfriend a joke about tacos, and he animated it and then put it on YouTube, and it became like this sort of viral like sensation. I wouldn't even know, like 10 years, 15, 20 years, I'm not too sure.
You're older than me, I wouldn't.
Who's older? And like the punchline is, let's talk about it. Do you remember that one?
No.
I'll have to play it for you later. I'll link it in the description. It's so funny because she's telling this joke, but she's really drunk, so she's saying it really slow, and it kind of
sounds like you when
takes a long time to get to the punchline, and it's such a ridiculous joke. But because he's animated and it's like these two corn chips. And yeah, anyway, you have to watch it. It's so funny. It's one of those things. If you don't know if you know what I'm talking about, tell me. Like, it was so funny.
You had to be there. Right?
You had to be there. It's hilarious.
Okay, I'm about to make noise.
Okay. So you can all go watch the video while he's blending things.
I don't know why I keep making dishes I need to use the blender for. You can usually get that a bit finer, but I was conscious that everyone was waiting for me to stop.
Right.
What do I put it on?
I can't remember if this was left in a comment in the last video or another one, but someone said that because you always talk to Siri during your videos, that just
I get that all the time.
Sets the phone off. So
People get a bit annoyed.
yeah.
It's not very red because I put coriander in it and
Oh,
my green jalapeno.
it's a bit brown.
I'm sure it tastes good. Oh, it's raining, that's good.
It's like when you make a smoothie and you mix blueberries, but you've also got spinach in there. It doesn't look like a green or a berry smoothie at all. It's just like this brown slush. It smells good. Yeah.
It's good. It's got some heat, a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice and sweet.
I feel like this is going to be a quick. Are you done?
No, I've got to cut the steak up.
Okay. All
And
right.
flash it and heat some tacos.
Yeah.
Or we can keep chatting
Okay.
and eat tacos.
So a couple of questions. Quick one.
Quick one.
How did we meet?
Oh,
In a restaurant.
in a restaurant.
And
I
he
was
was
the head chef. Katelyn was eating. Oh no. The jalapeno got her.
Something went up my throat, down my throat. Yeah, through friends. So I was at dinner with some friends who were friends of yours, and my girlfriend was dating your friend and living with you guys at the time. I came to dinner to actually, I was gonna go live in UK for 2 years.
Take a second.
Yeah, I went to dinner, met you, served
Rest is history.
some good food, and yeah, there we go.
Best day of your life, wasn't it, babe?
Mine. Stopped me from living in UK for 2 years. I just went backpacking and then ran out of money and then showed up on your doorstep with my, what do you call it? My dirty backpack.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah, just moved in with you because I had no money. Yeah, that was it. Have you ever been to Ireland?
Yes.
Did you like it? What part did you go to?
I think just Dublin.
Okay,
It's a long time ago.
I haven't been.
I'd like to go back.
This is an interesting one. It said, I notice many people have a straight up sugar addiction.
Yes.
How would you recommend people avoid
Oof.
so much sugar in their life?
Yeah, it's a good one. I'd love to know the answer myself.
I think it's probably just, well, one way is being aware of what has sugar in it, because I think like a lot of your sauces, like tomato sauce and barbecue, and a lot of them have so much sugar in it and you're just not aware.
We don't we don't really eat sauces much unless I'm having like chips, which I try not to eat heaps.
Yeah.
I don't try not to I avoid sauces.
Yeah.
But I think for me, what works for me, and it's different for everyone, is not to completely avoid it and just be conscious. So I drink these because they're sweet, but they've got no sugar in them.
It's just a flavoured sparkling
water.
And it's not got the fake sugar as well. So what is it?
Just fruit.
Yeah. Because a lot of those sparkling waters with no sugar have the fake sugar in it.
Oh, but I'm not anti that stuff.
I don't like the taste.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's different. There's a lot of people that are very, very anti like sweeteners, but I think if you're better off to have a sweetener than have a Coke Zero over having a Coke, surely. Katelyn's dying back there. Yeah, I'm not anti it. And then we have like 2 pieces of chocolate at night every night. Just because.
Either a dark chocolate. Yeah, usually a dark mint chocolate is what I like to have.
I've been having the Mars bar ice creams.
You have.
I've been enjoying them.
They are good. They're so light though. They don't even taste like ice cream. It's not ice cream.
It's a what do they call them? Because they can't legally call it ice cream or something.
Oh yeah, we watched that on YouTube, didn't we? That was interesting.
Yeah.
So not cutting it out completely.
Yeah.
Having something that you look forward to every day, but cut it out when you can. Have we ever been to Boston or Massachusetts?
Nope.
And Andy, were you ever interested in earning a Michelin star?
No, not really. No. Wasn't really something I ever chased. It's not, I think, because when I was like cooking, the only restaurants that got stars back then were fine dining, degustation, like Matt, who video will be up now. That's the type of restaurant that he kind of runs. Yeah, it just wasn't my style of cooking. I was kind of always, yeah. But I mean, nowadays you can kind of get a star for whatever. So, but no, I think, yeah. I mean, I think this Michelin star thing's kind of changed a lot. It's kind of lost a bit of its swagger, or I don't know, seems to have fallen off a bit.
Do people care?
Do customers care? I'm not so sure.
Does your favorite restaurant or a Michelin star restaurant's just a special occasion restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Michelin star restaurants now. We ate at a hawker hall in Singapore that had a Michelin star.
It was good.
It was good, yeah, it was great. But yeah.
Yeah.
No.
How do you compare New Zealand biscuits versus Australian biscuits?
Oh, I don't know.
What are some of your favourites from each country? What's a New Zealand biscuit?
I guess I'm talking about Bickies, but like.
Yeah. But what's a
Anzac? I don't think they're the same.
We have Tim Tams. We have.
Yeah, so does New Zealand.
Is Scotch?
Oh no, New Zealand does have a better biscuit.
What have you got?
Mallow Puff.
Nah.
Yes.
You love that.
New Zealand loves it.
Mint slice.
No.
We have mint slice.
We have mint slice too.
Is it Australian?
Don't know. It's English.
Is it?
Yes. Google it.
Oh, we have Tim Tams. So I'm guessing Scotch.
Tim Tams is a New Zealand, a Kiwi invention.
No, it's not. Stop trying to steal everything.
Oh yeah.
Like the Lamington.
Yeah, the Kiwis steal everything. Yeah. You can have Russell Crowe.
What about Scotch fingers?
That's definitely English.
What about Monte Carlo?
Definitely English. Yeah.
What about TikToks?
What, TikTok as in the social media app?
I think they were a TikTok biscuit, and they were a club, and they had different color icing. You got a yellow one, a white icing, and a pink icing one in each pack.
You've lost the plot.
Oh no! Do you know what we had? Dungaroos.
Oh, we had dungaroos.
Yeah, well, it's a kangaroo, so it's an Australian thing.
Kangaroos are Kiwi.
It's a kangaroo.
Kangaroos are from New Zealand.
Kangaroo that you dunk in like Nutella, basically.
Oh no, we had they came in like a tray. And you had them at school. Yeah, that was a Kiwi invention.
A kangaroo biscuit. What is going on?
I don't know. There's nothing. If you don't like them, just say. You don't have to. I can talk to them.
I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna have something.
So all I did with the tortillas is I just flashed them in a pan, flipped them over, and then I like to put them, I'm acting like I invented this technique completely is what every Mexican household does. Put them in a clean tea towel, like that, and then they kind of steam. And then this beef, we're just gonna flash it in the pan, cut it up, flash it. That's it, doesn't need anything else, it's already.
You use that term a lot, flash.
Flash,
which is
yeah,
just basically quickly heat back up.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can do it in a pan, and then other things in an oven.
Just flashing it on heat.
Flashing. This one was asked, I don't know if by the same person, but a couple of times. So do you ever chop meat on here?
No, I just did it.
You just did? Sure. So if you're chopping meat
Never
or
raw.
Fish, never raw,
No.
how do you clean it?
Just hot soapy water.
But you never chop raw meat?
No, I
on
never
here?
do. And just because it's just too hard to really scrub. Like,
Right.
you have to use heaps of hot soapy water.
So cooked
But
is fine?
yeah.
Or you're just being lazy?
No, I don't know. It's a chopping board. It's like, I know, it's like, sometimes people are like, it was a little hard to get it because
Okay.
Katelyn's bottom of her wine glass is on here and the bottom of this is on here, but
Yeah, true.
I'm not
My
a chopping
phone,
board.
it was just pretty dirty to take that off.
yeah, that's disgusting. But then how do I clean it? Hot soapy water, scrub, wipe off, let it dry, and then maybe once a week I'll oil it with like a chopping board oil, clean it, oil it, and let it sit for 12 hours before I use it again. Mm-hmm. Hold that thought.
And we're back. So everything's cooked,
Really cooked, it's easy.
ready to prepare.
DIY.
Are we having plates?
You could, if you want a plate, sure. I'll give you a plate. You good?
Someone wanted to know how long do you and Dobbers go back
Dobbers.
in time? And they'd love to have the two of you cooking together in
Yeah.
a back of house, actually.
We always tried to make something happen when he was
Yeah, you
living in the
did.
sunny coast. It just never kind of came to fruition. I've known Dobbers for a while now. So Dobbers worked there. I was the exec chef of St. Ali for a few years. And then, but Dobbers was the executive chef of St. Ali, maybe 2 chefs before me. And then I didn't really know Dobbers, and then I needed staff. And I'm not sure why he wasn't working at the time. He wasn't working for some reason at the time, so he was looking for a bit of casual work. So he came and Sal, the owner of St. Ali, introduced us, and he came and helped out for a few months. So I met him then, and we got on really well. And and then I moved to the sunny coast. He moved up here not long after. I don't think he moved here for me. That was not what I was trying to say. But during COVID. But now he's moved to Bali to open St. Ali in Bali. So.
Yeah. So probably no cooking together anytime soon.
No.
Just, we have no plans to go to Bali anytime soon.
Are you going to keep coughing, or can I?
I don't know what's in my throat.
I've got a drippy.
Fun fact about Dobbers, he's not much of a dog person. He's a cat person. And we went to breakfast with him once, and our dog vomited on his shoe. He was not impressed. I will always remember that one. Okay. Someone said we should turn down our mics when we eat as well.
Oh.
That was just one person. Sorry. So.
It's very weird eating on camera when you know you're not going to cut it. Well, normally when I eat on camera, I know that Caleb will edit, so my main channel videos will cut. When he's awkwardly chewing out. Maybe not. Sorry if you didn't hear that.
It is a bit awkward.
I was saying, if you didn't hear that, normally I know when I'm eating, like on the main channel, I know Caleb will cut out like long periods of me chewing, so, but these are good, huh?
They're really good. Got a little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
But very tasty.
Mm.
Good. There's still so many questions. So
Let's go.
okay. There was a couple, because obviously you talked about getting sober
Yep.
last week. So there was a few follow-up questions from that. Mainly a lot of people, applauding you for being so open about it and honest. But why do you think so many hospo people suffer from alcoholism? And then someone also asked, I get the impression that addiction in the chefing world is quite high. Is there a culture within kitchens for partying hard? Yeah.
Excuse me for a second. I'm not crying. Yeah, there's definitely a culture of partying in kitchens. I think it's also the type of person that's attracted to that type of work. They're kind of a different breed. Like we are usually kind of eccentric, or yeah, I don't know. If you don't feel like you fit in like couldn't fit in a normal role, that type of person, like I could not sit in an office desk job, like all my chef mates couldn't.
Yeah.
I think that's a certain personality that likes to push things to the extreme. And that's certainly my case. Like I'd like to push things to the extreme. Yeah. So and then I think it's also a young man's game. So I need to just change my language around that type of sayings, don't I? It's a young person's game.
Yeah.
Where you got lots of young teenagers entering into the workforce with 25-year-old managers who are kind of at the prime of their partying. So these young teenagers just look up to these people and imitate behaviour. So yeah, the partying was wild. I had a great time, but when I tell my normal quote-unquote friends, the antics we used to get up to, I think people are a bit surprised. We used to, party hard and work harder. So there's been many days where I've left the club and gone straight to work. Had a shower and then gone to work.
That's so wild. I think I did that once and absolutely regretted it. Working in retail. I mean, I can't imagine working in a kitchen being hungover would be any good, but working in retail being hungover is also...
Well, I think that's what drives us, because you can't, so you end up just...
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. And someone's wondering about alcoholics and then having food with alcohol in it. I know it gets cooked out, but does it make you think twice when cooking?
No, and it's different for everyone. Some people won't touch it. It's kind of pretty rare, I think, to find that, but there's some people that won't touch it. Also, lots of people for religious reasons won't touch alcohol and food. It's pretty easy to avoid. You just don't do it.
There's alternatives.
There's lots of alternatives, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, for me, I don't worry about it. The only time I will question it is if it's like raw alcohol. So if you have a dessert that's got like tiramisu, if it's got frangelico in it, that's raw, I won't eat it.
Yeah.
And that's just like, I think it's also because of that whole like mindset for me, it's like going hard, like full bore and everything. It's like, I am sober, like, and I ain't, I'm proud of my sobriety. I ain't breaking that for a tiramisu. If I ate something and I was like, which I have done in the past, I can taste that's got booze in it, I'll just put it down.
Yourself.
I'm not gonna stress about that. But yeah, I don't stress about it. If it's raw or I think there's a chance there's raw booze in it, I just avoid it or might eat it. But it's pretty rare that that's happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fly in here, it's annoying me.
Queensland, the flies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over there.
Everyone's in the video. I don't know on this channel, but on like the main channels, or even on my like short videos, they're like, "Oh, I saw a fly in your video." It's like, yeah, I live in Queensland. Like,
try cooking in Queensland. There are flies. You try to just like crack open a door just to let some steam out, and just like 10 flies come in. What's your favorite protein to cook with?
Good question.
And to cook with, and favorite protein to eat if they're different.
No, I don't think they're different, and I don't know. My favorite protein to cook's probably beef, with the lamb being a close second. But yeah, I think beef's really versatile. Okay. You can do a lot with it, and we eat a lot of beef. We eat probably mainly chicken, but then a lot of beef.
Yeah.
Also
chicken, beef, and fish. We used to eat a lot more fish though, I feel like when we were in Melbourne.
Yeah, we did.
We used to have a lot of salmon.
We did.
Crispy skin salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's interesting. Being as you now could be viewed as a TV cook,
Yeah. Yeah.
social media cook,
Yep. Sorry.
digital cook,
Digital,
digital
yeah.
chef.
Yeah.
In your opinion, oh my gosh, I don't even know what it is. In your opinion, how has the idea of the TV cook changed over the decades, bearing in mind that it was changed by the great Keith Floyd? Heard you mention his name, I think, a couple of videos back.
Yeah, he's a legend.
How do you
Keith
think it's
Floyd.
changed?
I'm not sure it has changed much. I think there's been a rise in, I guess for a lack of a better term, celebrity chefs also becoming entertainers. You know, I think like the great Keith Floyd, you know, and Rick Stein and those guys, even Jamie Oliver. You know, it was very much about the food and always was about the food. And now, I think with the introduction of social media and everything, people want to get to know the personalities more. And you see that especially prevalent now in like the YouTube era. There's lots of like quote unquote chefs who are personalities. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not hating on it at all, but it's different to the content that I want to make. So I want to inspire people to cook better food, break down the barriers of food being hard or complicated, and I want to do it in an entertaining way. Whereas I think some people think about it opposite. Like, we want to entertain first, and the subject matter that we're going to use to entertain people is food, which is cool. It's just a different way of thinking about it. So, yeah, and it's tricky. Like but I kind of, you know, I feel like I'm at the really early stages of my quote unquote like internet chef thing.
Yeah.
So I'm still finding my feet and still trying to like learn who I am as a online personality, but like for me, like the most important thing is to be authentic and just be like honest and just not talk shit.
Yeah. We hear a lot.
It is
Yeah.
really annoying.
Don't go on my
I'm
wine.
gonna get my gun out.
Oh no.
We might get demonetized.
It's a salt gun. It's a fly killing gun.
I think I just killed your plant.
Oh, and wait, did you shoot the plant?
Well, the fly was on
It's
it.
all right. Yeah, there's lots of conversations around, you know, finding the next Anthony Bourdain. Do you think we can actually find that,
No.
or do we just need to move on that?
Yeah, I hate it.
Anthony Bourdain was Anthony Bourdain, and there's no one else
we
like
all
him.
loved him. He was,
Yeah.
you know, he was a fan.
We watched the doco actually.
Oh, it was so sad. Last
really
Sunday.
sad.
You know, Anthony Bourdain was a very unusual character from the fact that he was a degenerate chef by every means possible, but he was also a great, literate, is that a thing? Or a great writer, right? Like he
was an incredible writer.
Incredible writer, incredible storyteller. Yeah, so I think, you know, you're never going to replace him, no way. But am I inspired by him? Absolutely, you know, like absolutely. And I don't think I've ever met a chef that's thought he was a negative impact on the industry ever. Like everyone's, you know, was, you know, tremendously upset when he passed. So,
Well, the show he created was just, I mean, it was so much more than a food and travel show, right?
yeah, so much more.
Yeah.
And it was one of those real, you know, like pivotal changing moments where people realize that food is about people. It's actually not about the food. You know, like, and that's, you know, as much as chefs cringe at that, it's the same in restaurants, right? Like, it doesn't matter how good the food is in a restaurant, if the service isn't good,
Yeah.
who cares? Like, and being good service doesn't need to mean penguin suits, you know, and
No.
it just means good service.
Yeah.
It's called hospitality for a reason. It's about being hospitable and welcoming and, you know, people with open arms.
That experience
Yeah.
and creating that experience.
Yeah.
All right. let's do some quick fire questions before we finish up. What salt is in the white container you use?
Yes, cooking salt. What we call cooking salt in Australia. So it's evaporated sea salt, but it's a thicker grain or a thicker grain than table salt, and it's not iodized, so it's a natural salt. In the US, it's called kosher salt. In the blue container, finishing salt. So that's molten sea salt.
Nice.
And the green container, nothing.
What jars do you use for your spices? I feel like they were from the $2 store.
No, Kmart special.
Kmart, there you go.
Shout out to Kmart.
And you have the big ones and you have some small ones.
Yeah, but I like the big ones better. They're 300ml ones.
You label on the top, and it's in a pull-out drawer, so he can see
everything.
all the labels.
Daz does a great job of keeping that drawer organised.
Yeah, alphabetical order.
Thought you said quickfire.
Yeah, sorry. Some of these are long questions. Might have to wait till next week for those ones. Someone asked me a question. They love a Merlot. If you drink a Merlot, can you recommend a bottle to try? I don't drink Merlot that much. However, I've had a couple of bottles that I've really loved. Both are actually South Australian winemakers. So Lucy Margot, Lucy M.
She's really plugging for a trip to South Australia.
Come on, South Australia. I just drink a lot of wine. They have great wines. I haven't had anything from Victoria yet, which I also love Victorian wines.
You've never drunken a Victorian wine?
No, as in I haven't had one on here.
Oh.
I love Victorian wines, some of my favourite. Lucy Margot, or Lucy M, which is by the winemaker Anton Klopper. He does a really great Merlot. It's very, very light. And then the other one, I don't know if they do it every year, but Penley Estate did, I think they called it Project Merlot a couple of years ago. That was delicious. So, I mean, any one of their wines from Penley Estate is, yeah, beautiful. So give that a try. And what's the brand color of the gray bench top? So that's this. What's the brand? So it's by Stone Ambassador, which is an Australian company. It's called Vasari. It's Italian porcelain.
You had to look that up, didn't you?
No, I actually remember because I spent a lot of time trying to pick. It wasn't, we actually were trying to get another one, but it was being discontinued. So, and then we ended up with this one. But we really love it. It's very different and...
We do. And it gets we get a lot of...
People don't like it.
People don't like it in the main channel. They think our videos are too dark.
Yeah.
So we're investing a lot of money at the moment on lighting and, hiring people and to help us out with it. But I don't know. How far do we push it? Because I like the way it looks.
Yeah. The reason we went for this sort of grey and timber colorway it was actually based on, I like really calming rooms, and we like a lot of Japanese sort of style and architecture, interior design. Was it? A bit of
coriander.
Coriander. Thanks, babe. So yeah, I think it was kind of influenced by that with the grey and then the timber. And we really like it as a home kitchen.
The thing for me with making YouTube videos is breaking down the barriers to push record. So
yeah,
we don't make TV, and we're very conscious of that. We will make TV, sure, absolutely. It's a very different process. YouTube is about, that's why I leave mistakes in our YouTube edits, right?
Yeah.
So I want to flick some switches, put some cameras out, push record, and then Mitch kind of follows me around with a handheld camera on the main channel. So, and this channel's even more simple. It's 3 cameras, push record, sync them up, then go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. A few people asked if there was a question. We didn't leave them a question last week to answer. I don't know if you've got a question that you want people to answer.
Oh.
Well, maybe, actually, I've got one. Sorry.
Go for it, I don't know what.
So last week, someone asked you who'd be your dream person, dead or alive, to have a meal with.
Yeah.
I did think about mine this week. I actually gave it some
So are you asking a question
No, I
or
am.
are you answering a question?
I'm answering and asking at the same time. So one, Amelia de Moldenberg, chicken shop date.
Oh,
Girl.
yeah.
I think she'd be so funny.
Oh,
No, I love her.
Yeah,
I think
I
she's
do.
great. And then she actually interviewed him, Louis Theroux. I've always watched his
Theroux's very
doco.
good.
He's
Same
an
energy
absolute-
though, those two, don't they?
Yeah, I know. That's why they're really funny. And then Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd,
yeah.
Martha Stewart,
Martha Stewart.
and then Stormzy and Maya. That would be my dinner party. You can come.
Thanks.
Anyway, so your question, let us know who, dead or alive, would be your dream person to have dinner with.
Well, like chef?
No.
Oh, that's pretty broad.
Well, none of the ones to have dinner with.
Oh, okay.
Yours weren't chefs, and someone was really shocked you didn't say Anthony Bourdain, by the way.
Anthony Bourdain.
You can list 1, 2, 3 people. I mean, I just listed about 7, so so let us know. What's your dream dinner party? Who's there? Who's attending?
And they can't be us. Don't put us in there.
Don't put us.
That's boring. You have dinner with us once a week anyway.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. All right, that is it.
We're gonna eat our
some tacos without taking the
tacos.
mics off every 2 seconds. All right, have a great week. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Peace.